Did you find it challenging to incorporate both Viet and Canadian traditions into your writing? Writing? Lisa, how do you English even? Hello everyone, my name is Lisa and I'm the Viet Vegan because I'm Viet and I'm vegan, and today we're filming a very close mukbang. You're like a foot away from my food, but that's just how my camera works. And I don't have any actual footage of the making of my food. First off, because it's kind of gross looking. It literally looks like vomit. But it's gonna be really good, I swear. But my vlog camera is broken and this camera is like on its last legs. It can barely take a photo anymore. And I really don't know what I'm gonna do when this camera dies. So hopefully, praying to the camera gods that this camera survives, or that I get my vlog camera back from Canon soon enough that I can compensate and use that camera while this one is dead. Today's video is gonna be a mukbang of my breakfast. I thought about making something more like appealing to look at instead of this like bowl of vomit. This is what I was craving for breakfast, so you know, I'm just gonna listen to my body. And you guys like to see what I eat like normally anyway, so I like to eat this. It is a very unappealing color, but I swear it's gonna be good. So this is just some savory oats. I have a recipe for savory oats on my blog. I'll link it down below. It's a sponsored video, or a sponsored post. So if you guys want that recipe for savory oats, I'll link it down below. It's this, except I added too much water and I added Costco bruschetta asparagus that I got from the food terminal in a video coming up soon. I added some vegan cheese, nooch, and hemp seeds because I added too much water and I was like, what can I do to fill in the spaces? I know, hemp seeds, protein. So that's what this is. Let's give it a taste. Oh my God, yes. Oh, this is exactly what I wanted. Again, does not look appealing. Not gonna be the most beautiful mukbang ever. I'll try to edit out all the eating sounds because I know it's gross. It's like the swallowing that's like the grossest part. I don't mind people like chewing that much unless it's like something like really creamy, like a banana. Oh, I hate hearing people chew bananas. So gross. Except for like when dogs do it, then it's cute. Okay, so I asked you guys on Instagram some questions because I was like, I don't have a video for Wednesday today. Let's ask Instagram. Here we go. Let's see all the questions. Let's start from the bottom. It was a very all across the compass? These aren't words. All across the board Q&A. Would it have been harder to be veg without being Viet because there's a lots of Buddhist Viet veg? Definitely, I think so, because like my family was so accepting of me being vegan because they're Buddhist and because I'm Buddhist, I guess. I have like a weird identity thing with being Buddhist. Actually, on my marriage license, it asked you what religion you were, and Eddie was just like, I am none. No religion. So I wrote, and not applicable. When it asked me, I was like, I don't want to say nothing because I think like if I'm gonna be anything, I would be Buddhist, but I don't feel like I've like fully committed to Buddhism. I was just like, what do I do? I don't know. So I just wrote Buddhist. But like, I don't know anything about Buddhism. I know like some prayers. I know like the general concept of Buddhism, but like that's it. I don't know anything. I feel like I know about as much about Buddhism as like most kids who just like were raised Catholic or Christian and like never went to church again. You know what I mean? Although I feel like I identify with Buddhism because if I were to pick any religion, it would be Buddhism. Do you think you'll be sad or relieved or both once the wedding is done? I'll be definitely very relieved for sure. I'll be like happy that it's over, glad that it's over, glad that I experienced it, but I'm very done with weddings. I didn't like the planning process to begin with. I had some fun with it. Like I liked the tastings. I like ring shopping. I liked wedding dress shopping. I don't like all the attention on me. Despite me being a YouTuber and sharing my life on the YouTubes, I feel very uncomfortable when it comes to like everyone looking at me, if that makes any sense. And that's essentially what the wedding is. Any good vegan products, especially face when you have crazy eczema flare-ups? So I have a video about how I've been managing my eczema and it's been a lot better since then, although I haven't been doing therapy for a while because I couldn't afford it. I was like trying to avoid telling you guys this, but I'm not gonna like lie about it since you guys directly ask, but I have been using a lotion that is not cruelty-free because it got to the point where my eczema was just so bad that like I couldn't handle it anymore. I like couldn't work, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't like do anything, I couldn't exist. So I was like, it, I'm gonna listen to my dermatologist and I'm gonna use the lotion that she recommends, which is not cruelty free. The lotion itself doesn't have animal products, but it is from a non-cruelty free company. So I don't know how I feel about it, because like, you know, at the end of the day, I feel like if people are really ill and they really need something to help them and like none of the vegan things that they have tried have worked for them, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive, you know what I'm saying? Because like you can't promote healthy living and vegan lifestyle if you're like ill, you know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, I could have tried raw vegan, yeah, I could have tried a bunch of other different things, but like honestly, I'm allergic to so many raw fruits and vegetables that raw vegan probably would have made things way worse for me. I know my digestion would not be able to handle that much fiber. Like, I like fiber, but like that's a lot of fiber as I eat a bowl of fiber. Like, I don't use this product on my face, I only use it on my hands. But I also use Essence Lotion. It's like a very liquidy formula. It's between like a toner and a lotion, essentially. It's like a liquidy lotion. It's from the Body Shop. I'll link it down below. I'll also show a picture here. It's the vitamin E calming stuff. I don't know, I like that a lot. It's helped me a lot with my face eczema, actually, because I don't use the other stuff on my face. Is Eddie also vegan? If so, was he vegan when you guys started dating, or did he become one after? Eddie was not vegan at all. We actually have like a how we met sort of story, and back then he wasn't even eating, well, he was eating a vegan burrito, I think, in that video. Actually, I don't remember. No, I'm pretty sure he ate a vegetarian burrito. So I was like, I don't want you eating meat on my channel. But he used to eat meat. He was like one of those guys that was like a carnivore, that like people were like, you're never gonna go vegan, or like, why are you dating a vegan? After like, I think 2 years, he went vegetarian, and then after another 2 years, he kind of went vegan. He's been vegan since like Christmas. Someone else asked, how can I convince my fiance to go vegan? Honestly, telling someone that you want them to go vegan is not productive, especially if they're like your partner, because you're gonna feel like they're gonna feel like you're shaming them and you're judging them for not being vegan. And depending on the person, that will just backfire very poorly and will not go well in your relationship. Speaking from experience. I'm no longer with that person. I never encouraged him or forced him to be vegan, but my ex was like, he always felt judged by me. I wasn't judging him, but I was also frustrated that he couldn't see the benefits of going vegan, or like the logic behind going vegan. That caused a lot of problems. If you want your partner to be vegan, let them come to you. If you are someone who's vegan, you'll probably pick someone who has similar values to you in terms of like being compassionate, caring about animals. Eddie was a really big animal person, like a big dog person and cat person, although I'm pretty sure he's more of a cat person than a dog person. He just says that he's like a dog person, but like I suspect that he's like 55, 45, cat dog, you know what I'm saying? He's like a little bit more cat, and I'm a dog person, like for sure a dog person. Although I love cats, but like dogs. I don't know why I went into this dichotomy. Yeah, like I had a feeling that Eddie would see the benefits of going vegan if he got over like the selfish reasons for eating meat. And that was like my biggest hurdle too when I went vegan, because like I loved food. People were like, Lisa went vegan? Like what? I was like one of the biggest meat eaters ever. If they ask questions, answer them in like as non-judgment as possible. What is in my food? I don't know what that is, but I'm pretty sure. I'll just wipe it on the table. Wipe that on this tissue that is used over here. Just, it's fine. Create boundaries for yourself where you feel safe. When Eddie moved into my condo like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, however long ago, I said, I don't want animal products in the house. Like I started with no meat, and I said, it's okay to have cheese, because like there's no like big smell with cheese. And so he would buy like this one little container of cheese, like this like old spreadable cheese thing. It wasn't cream cheese. It wasn't like, I don't even know what it was, but it was like stink ass cheese. It did not smell good. Even after that, I was like, that smells too much like cheese. I can't have that in my house. And he was like, okay, that's fine. And like, I never had any restrictions for him when we left the house, right? So like if we went out to eat, we'd find some place that was either vegan with enough options for me or was totally vegan, and he would eat whatever. He had no qualms against eating vegan food. He just didn't want to be vegan himself. I don't know, he started asking me questions about why I was vegan and like how I was affected by seeing animals dead, that he like sort of clicked it, I guess. I'd probably have to ask him to be in a video to like talk about it in his own words, to like better explain his perspective on it, but I didn't force him. He actually got really mad at me because I started getting like really frustrated that he wasn't seeing why veganism was a preferable lifestyle for him to be my partner. So that caused a bit of a problem, but we talked through it and I was like, you know what, you're right, I'm being an asshole by forcing this on you. I'm not gonna do that. And fast forward, and now he's vegan. So everyone's on their journey at a certain point. You just gotta let them figure it out. Where would you move if you had a chance to, or would you stay where you are? I don't know, that's hard. I'd probably say LA, just because there's like all of my friends down there, but I also have all my friends here. I don't know, it's hard. But I know as like living in the US, I would have more job opportunities with YouTube. Not like with YouTube the company, but like with my YouTube channel. Maybe not LA, California in general. LA area, not in LA itself, that's too much traffic. How are you today? Nicole, so nice. I'm feeling pretty good actually. I showered, I'm liking what I'm wearing. I just cleaned the kitchen I have a delicious bowl of oatmeal. I only have lipstick and eyebrows on right now. Feeling pretty good. Are you having any special songs at your wedding? What does special song mean? We have like a list of our songs. Like we have like a ceremony playlist and we have like some songs that I want to play at the reception. Is that what special songs is? Then I guess yes. So I'll link the Spotify playlist down below if you guys want to see our list. Someone just commented, self-care. Yes. Are you asking me what I do for self-care? This oatmeal's so good. Costco bruschetta, delicious. If you're asking me what I do for self-care, honestly, it's like carving out time for Eddie and like my friends. That is self-care for me. I like doing face masks and all that kind of stuff, but like I wouldn't necessarily consider that face care or skincare or self-care. It's just skincare. I make time to like watch shows or movies that I like. I don't know what my self-care is. Honestly, it's just cleaning. Cleaning to me is self-care because it gives me more peace of mind afterwards because I get really stressed. Someone asked, do you want kids? Man, this is such a personal question for me. There's so many reasons why I want kids. I've been baby crazy since my brother was born. I don't know what switch turned on in my brain, but I was like, babies. So for the longest time, I was like so sure that I was gonna have kids. But as I get older and as I like realize there's like so much that I wanna do, I like feel selfish for not wanting to have kids sometimes. But there's also so many like things like I don't really want to change dirty diapers. I don't want to like have to find childcare every time I want to do something. I want to see what Eddie's like as a father. There's just so many barriers, like can we afford it? Can my body handle it? Would all of my allergies and like illnesses or whatever be passed on to this kid? I don't want to subject my kid to that. That sucks. There's so many things. The answer is maybe. Eddie and I still haven't decided yet. To be determined. What are your book recommendations? Oh man, it depends on like what kind of books you're into. If you're into like nonfiction or if you're into fiction, like what's your jam? Like I recommend anything by Neil Gaiman because his worlds are just unreal. But for like nonfiction, I like stuff like, right now I'm reading a book called Fed Up, which is about emotional labor. I'm actually having a hard time going through it because it's like so infuriating. So I have to like read it in small bursts and like not get angry by proxy. I like a lot of like fantasy or YA type stuff because I like escaping, like I like escapism when I read, but then reading self-help stuff or like nonfiction stuff is also good. Gretchen Rubin, for example, although I do find a lot of perspective very privileged, there are a lot of good lessons from the stuff that she does. I'm looking at my bookshelf right now trying to figure out. I read a lot of cookbooks. I like reading cookbooks and not just like vegan ones. I read the one by Ruth Rachel. I liked it, although there's a lot of meat stuff in it. She was like really romanticizing the cooking and the killing of meat. Wasn't super into that, but I like her stories. I like her perspective. I like her food writing. Currently I'm reading Throne of Glass, I think it's called. Yeah, I'm reading the series Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas. I'm on the 3rd book right now. It is very tantalizing. I very much enjoy it. Was Eddie a meat eater before he met you? What changed? Did you do anything specific? I already answered this question. Also, do you have a Goodreads account? I do! It is The Viet Vegan. If I can link it, I'll link it down below. I'm not very good at posting reviews. I just like tracking my progress. So you'll see what I'm reading and how quickly I'm binge reading some of these books. What do you think of the gray areas of veganism, like eating mussels, etc.? I think that if you really can't eliminate animal products from your diet and you really want seafood, then if you want to eat non-sentient creatures, you do you, man. Like for all the people who are like saying that they can't be vegan anymore because of like they need animal protein and rather they eat mussels or clams or oysters or whatever the heck. But honestly, like those things are like the cleaning things of the sea. So like I wouldn't want to eat them, if that makes any sense. And I think they do a lot of good for the environment to like just exist, and I'd rather just not eat them, if that makes any sense. You do you, if that's what you really want, but I don't think that's necessarily vegan. But I'm not the vegan police. If you eat no meat, no animal products, except for mussels, you're doing a lot more than the average person. I don't know if I would say you're vegan, but whatever. Are you experiencing any negative reactions to your vegan wedding? We are experiencing it. I'm really sorry that you're experiencing that. Honestly, that kind of sucks. I have had some reactions. Mostly it's from people being like, oh, is everything vegan? There's not gonna be any meat options. That's okay, I'll just eat beforehand. There's like 2 specific people that said that to me, and I was just like, I get it, like some people have allergies or food preferences or like they can't eat soy, but I have always done my best to cater to those people in my life, and a lot of times they just don't eat it because of their misconceptions of what vegan food is. And if I didn't do what I did for a living, I wouldn't be as miffed about it. But because my job is literally to like change the perception of like what vegan food and vegan lifestyle is, it like deeply offends me when 2 people said that to me, and I was like, that's just like rude. You know what I mean? Like I'm putting so much care and like emphasis on the food and like really going above and beyond like wedding food. Like we spent like triple the budget that we had initially put out on the food because I wanted to make sure that it was like incredible and amazing and representative of like the foods that we like to eat and veganism, and showing and just like breaking down the barriers of what vegan food can be. Anyone who is like that though, like they don't have to eat the food, be a party pooper. Like whatever, I'm gonna eat it then. So mad. So yes, I am also experiencing it. Did you find it challenging to incorporate both Viet and Canadian traditions into your wedding? I did, mostly because I wanted to like, from like a anthropology sort of perspective, I wanted to have a wedding that didn't other me. I know that most of my friends are like really progressive and like they know that I'm Vietnamese. It's not like, it's like not obvious, despite no Vietnamese people ever recognizing that I'm actually Vietnamese, but that's another conversation. I had a smaller tea ceremony. I'll link it in the corner if you guys want to watch that tea ceremony, but the wedding that we have in June, like this month, is mostly just like a party that's like not Christian, not Vietnamese. It's just a party, and like we're walking down an aisle. We have an officiant. She's not a religious officiant, she's just like a licensed officiant. She's great, but I wouldn't say that there's like any specific traditions that we're really incorporating aside from the fact that I'm wearing a white dress, but my dress is Vietnamese. So because I had both weddings, I had my tea ceremony first, there was like a different, like I don't have a lot of the requirements to incorporate Vietnamese things into my wedding day, if that makes any sense. Growing up in Canada and North America, I like grew up with a lot of like wedding culture and seeing like these traditional aspects of like North American aspects of weddings, and I like wanted parts of those for myself. But there's like a lot of elements to weddings in general that like we just didn't incorporate. Like we're not doing wedding favors, although someone generously offered to make soap for us for wedding favors, but I was just like, do people really want soap? Like, do people like bars of soap as much as I do? Probably not. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to like add another thing that people need to like carry with them because it's already a standing wedding. So I just left it. The food that we have is like kind of traditional wedding food. We also have like sushi, and we have a peach pie with spicy cornbread. If you want to see the wedding food that I have, I'll link it in the corner. So I don't know, we have essentially 2 weddings. So I guess that's how we worked around incorporating the 2 into 1, if that made any sense. What are you looking forward to on your wedding day? I'm really excited to say my vows. I'm also really excited for the food, but I'm really excited to see Eddie like gussied up in his suit. I'm excited to like say our vows to each other because he has a lot of issues with voicing his feelings into words, and I'm really excited to like hear his vows, and I really hope that my vows live up to his. So I think someone commented that like Eddie's very stoic. Like I kind of see, but like with me, I see him as like a big mush ball sometimes because he's just like a big cuddly mush ball. But you guys never see that. So I'm wondering if he will show his mush ball side on our wedding day. I know you have said this a million times, but when's the wedding? So I'm not sharing the specific date of the wedding because I've shared so much of my wedding that like people could really piece together like where and when my wedding is if they really wanted to. So I'm trying to like keep the date obscure so that I don't have like random showing at my wedding. Not that I think that like you guys would, but sometimes y'all don't have boundaries. So I just want to like get ahead of it and just like not do that. Eddie would be pissed if people showed up at the wedding that weren't invited. It would be my fault if that happened. Let's just say it's happening this month. I think that's all the responses I have. All right, when did I post this? 12 hours ago. That's where we're stopping. If anyone asks questions after that 12-hour threshold, I'm sorry. Maybe I'll get to you in another video. I know I've asked like Q&A questions before, and like I actually filmed a Q&A with Eddie at one point, but that footage was terrible, so I just didn't post it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed me eating my slop. But it was so good. Again, I'll leave the recipe link down below for savory oats. It's super, super, super delicious. It's like one of my favorite things to eat for breakfast, and it's very filling, very satiating, and very full of fiber. My video content will be a little all over the place. I don't even know if I'll be posting towards the wedding we'll see, who knows? I don't know. I'm like pretty ahead in terms of like planning. There's just like some things that I need to do. I need to send out emails. I need to like finalize details. 95% of the wedding planning is done. We just have like some last minute things. I have like signage to make, decorations to finalize. But aside from that, we're like pretty good. I'm just like stressed thinking about like all the details that need to come together, and that's like crowding my brain to like be functional and creative. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll link other mukbangs down below if you guys want to watch them, and all the wedding related stuff. There's a playlist if you guys want to watch all of that. There is one more wedding update vloggy thing coming out. I think that'll come out Saturday. Yeah, I think that'll come out Saturday. Stay tuned because I don't know if my camera will survive the next week or so. So if I don't post any new videos, that's why. And also this wedding. So anyway, thanks guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a delicious day. I'll see you in the next one. I don't know why I ended it like that. I never ended like that, but bye.